Okay, I want to be honest. This little snippet is going to help us preview what's in Ben 2. And if it stresses you out to even be thinking about Ben 2 right now, hit pause, do some yoga, go back to Ben 1, and really make sure you're mapped out for those 5 days. You're committed to the joy. You've watched the video and you know when you're going to sprinkle in those mentor texts that drive this Ben 2. But if you're like, it'll help me to peek ahead a little bit, there's a couple super important things I want you to make note of. One, I've said this in every video, but your kids are going to need good texts to write about. And Lucy, of course, really wants to have kids writing in at least a partnership. So at least one other kid has read the same text that they have. She really believes in choice. But do what's right for you. If you're like, I got to limit this to 6 short stories or, 4 picture books or whatever way it works for you and in your classroom, just make sure you take the heart of that voice and choice into consideration. I did pull 2 other books that I think are really important. This is just a book of basketball short stories that are all some are poems, but some are short stories, and really high appeal for reluctant boy readers, or I'm being a little perhaps making a generalization there. I'm also a big fan of Flying Lessons and Other Stories, which has some of my all-time favorite writers, Jackie Woodson, Walter Dean Myers, Kwame Alexander, Matt De La Peña. You can see all the titles there. And it's from We Need Diverse Books. Really terrific short story collection. I'll read the back cover. Do you like stories about basketball? How about Girl Pirates, Bigfoot, Family Blunders, First Crushes, Best Friends, Secret Journals, and more? This is really written for maybe 6th through 9th graders, so a great text collection, and not hard to get your hands on a copy of it. And then it's one that you can use again and again. Okay, so the kids have these texts, and they're really starting to, again, working on thesis statements. What are the important ideas that they want to pull out? And that thesis work is important. You might even go back to what those tools that you use that I highlighted in session 3. Here are the pitfalls, and let's anticipate some of those pitfalls and get on the other side of them. Super important to know, the session 9 homework is where kids write the draft of the essay. And if you feel like, no way, they're not writing that at home, I'm not, that's just not where it's going to happen, then you're going to want to, and we built some days into the schedule for this, except for all the snow, then you're going to want to take session 9's homework and have that writing time happen in class. And be really committed to it. Don't be stressed out about it. Just find a way to make that happen. And that's, it's now so you can anticipate that possible challenge. And then after that, the next sessions after that, really focusing on on lifting the level of their work, on that editing and revising practice. And Lucy's going to give you more than you need. So as you look at your student writing, really think through, what are 3 or 4 things that I can do? Do I want to, there's this really cool editing seminar structure that's in session 12. Do you want to use that structure? Do you want to divide your kids into different groups? Do you want to think about what you've learned from looking at their work and be really targeted and specific about what they need? Do you want to power it through using the good teaching that's in the mini lessons? So just know, after you have done that session 9 homework, or in day 10, given them time to write, you'll have those drafts, and that can help drive the work. And then, no surprises, the end of this Ben ends with a celebration. And by then, you and they are going to need to really be joyful about the work that you guys have been doing. So think about whether or not you want to scan these and put these online and, send the QR code out to families. Maybe a couple of you, if since you're all working on this together, maybe you want to get together and have a writers festival where you just match the kids up into groups of 4 and they share their writing with each other and pass on some authentic compliments on Post-it notes. But you do want to stop and celebrate the work that they've done, and of course that's the real natural time to build in the reflection. What am I doing? And your kids will do things by session 13 that they were not doing at the beginning of this. Trust me, that work is going to happen. So really that second bend is all about really writing in response to literature and the literature that you choose for them to write about and the momentum that you draw upon as you head into bend 2. That'll be the wind beneath your wings as you head into this. So you guys are ready to go. Joy, positivity. You know how to reach me via email. Reach out to Beth. She'll give you my contact info if you don't have it. If you're struggling around the text for bend 2, don't hesitate to reach out. Think through that homework conundrum. Remember that you're not working towards mastery at the end of that first bend 1. And know that we're here to support you and that you are creating writers. Such important and meaningful work. Thank you guys. I'm sorry I'm not there in person, but glad to be sharing this insight and advice and hopefully positivity to help you keep doing this important work for kids. Thank you.